women.
It's a print party. You can do whatever you want. Say what you want. The kids are in charge now. The 38-year-old kids are in charge.
The kids are in charge.
Years old.
Finally.
Oh, God.
This is the year I always wanted to be 38. This is it. I was like, oh, 38. So it sounds really cool.
That was...
It's pretty cool. It's pretty good.
It's questionable.
Yeah, it's bullshit. All right, what's going on, everybody? Let's see in the chat who we have. We have a print party, you guys. It's gonna be fun, but let's talk to our good friends. John R. Price, Jason Winters, Tritz and Red Slap. What's going on? Ryan Smith, The Approximate. We have a special appearance of the Burger Beast, Miami's royalty, Miami's finest, Mr. 305.
Very
That's
nice.
the original Mr. 305.
The original.
They're calling him Mr. 786 now because he didn't copyright it. Ryan Smith, what's going on? The Approximate, Odd Creations, Matthew. Oh, Matthew's Mr. Octeal, another tattoo artist in the house. It's going to be a fun show to talk about tattoos. Todd Raymer, Jan Fitzy, how's it going, buddy? We're going to cheer you up today, you fuck. We're going to have a good time. Johan, what's going on? I think that's it. Anybody else came in late, so I'm not going to talk to you right now. All right, so we have a fun show.
Rough.
We're in our spirits. We're good. Welcome, our first ever in-studio guest,
Thank you.
Mrs. POOKA J. Machine.
No.
That's not it?
J Machine.
Just POOKA.
People are gonna really think.
Hey, hold on. We gotta check your mic.
Oh, whose mic?
Yours.
Turn up my mic, bro?
Is mine okay?
No, you're good.
You want me to do ASMR again?
No, you're good.
No,
Don't-
you're good.
So yeah, just let us know how the mic sounds. It should be fine. But yeah, first ever in-studio guest.
Is it weird for you?
No.
Does it feel good for you?
Oh.
It's nice to have people and friends over. I didn't think we were ever going to be able to pull off an in-studio guest because I thought we were all going to get the plague and die a few months ago. So
Lies.
it's nice that we're here,
You
all
never thought
gathered
that.
together. What did you say?
He never did
Never
that.
thought that.
No, I never did that. My lovely wife.
Are you gonna be
Gabby
doing
in
this
the
more
house.
often then?
There's not that many interesting people in Miami.
That's true.
I'm
We
not
gotta
flying
fly some
anybody
people
in.
in.
There are some people I want to have. I'm just thinking, let's stop the whole show and think about this for a second. But yeah, you never know. We have some. There's good artists in Miami. A lot of artists are antisocial. That's the real thing.
Yeah.
A lot of artists are
Why am I
nervous.
here?
No, you're fine. A lot of artists are nervous. They don't like to talk, which is good for me and good for you because that's how we make our money.
True.
There are a lot of. I always say this. There's always way better artists out there. I always think that. And the fact of the matter is that most of them aren't comfortable talking to people, aren't comfortable looking people in the eye. See, that was a test. Fast. And therefore, I always, I used to kind of like feel like I have to wait my turn for opportunities. Like this person's been around longer than me. This person's been around longer than me. Like if they haven't done X yet, then there's no reason I should be even trying to attempt to do X. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. But I feel like that's not really your flavor.
It's not my flavor, but
It's not your
I'm
flavor.
polite. So when I go
Yes.
into a new arena of any kind, I go, okay, let's see what the rules are. Let's see what's going on. And as soon as I go, okay, I'm done waiting, which is not always a long time. It's usually not a long time, but I wait a little
Not
bit
a long time at all.
and I say, okay, enough. You guys are going to go to sleep and I'm going to get some work done. And that's it. And so, but that's why I'm so excited to have you because you're not only just an artist, a great illustrator, you're a tattoo artist
Thank you.
and an entrepreneur
Thank you.
Yeah.
Please don't say I'm an herbalist. I'm not an herbalist.
and an herbalist.
No. I have a passion for plants.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
an herbalist.
Okay. Yeah. So super excited because of that. And you guys, the whole time we've been doing this show, the funny thing is this show started as a way to like interact with people and hang out with people that we would normally see at conventions and design stuff live and make artwork live. And then we used to sell, well, we still do. We sell our prints here, but we started bringing other artists to make the show more fun. So it's not just like some QVC, buy this shit,
True.
True. And so now we're doing it in person. It's very exciting. So look,
I'm
see?
stoked. How did you do that?
There's ink everywhere, dude. It's a fucking nightmare.
Oh, it's on your knuckles.
Everywhere.
God
It's
damn it.
always ink. So move the mic closer to Puka. Yeah, you're gonna have to be right on.
Sorry.
That. There you go.
Like this?
Yeah.
Better?
Puka doesn't want to stand up because she's afraid that if she's too tall that I'm gonna look short. But everybody knows I'm very short. So it's, the mystery is.
I'm being polite.
long
I
past-
feel like this is a good look.
Yeah.
It works together.
Okay. But yeah. So turn up Puka's mic a little bit, would you? Yeah. All right, so we have a lot of stuff to do. You brought some fun pictures and stuff to look at. We're gonna talk a little bit about you, not that much because it's my show,
Thank you.
but just
appreciate
enough so it feels balanced and generous.
I'm okay with it.
Then we'll go to Wonton Camp for a little bit because
You
it's
have-
in his contract.
You have?
We just hoist them up. We just hoist them up every once in a
wow.
while. Then we're gonna make some artwork. You're gonna make some artwork with us.
Yeah, put the mic really up in your face.
Sorry.
Like
right
there you go.
here.
You're
I don't want to get lip
perfect
gloss on this mic.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
you're
Doesn't
good.
matter.
You're good.
It came with lip gloss on it. We don't know whose.
It
So
did.
you're not doing anything too weird.
That's
It did.
perfect.
No, you're good. You're good.
But yeah, but if you're from, I know a lot of people who do follow us are from Miami, but a lot of you are not. So if you don't know, I've been friends with Puka forever. Gabby's been friends with Puka for twice that long. And the
Since
fun,
I was like 15 years old, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right? 14,
Because
15?
I had just turned 14 when I met you.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
The longest running relationship I have in my life, actually.
Not your parents?
What?
They don't count.
Okay. So I always tell my parents that you don't count.
They don't count.
Generally speaking, I'm just kidding.
Talking about friendship.
But the thing is that the other reason I wanted to bring you on is because I always thought that it was possible to do things successfully in art since we were young. Because why? Because from the beginning, you were on a track. Of all my friends that were artists when we were young, you were one of the first to do shit with your artwork.
I'm highly goal oriented.
But you know what I mean? Like we were in college, we did college courses
Yes.
together.
Yes.
There were, again, a lot of amazing artists back then.
True.
Right? Like I remember a bunch of them. I never like to name the names, but there was a couple that I thought were
Why
like.
don't you name the names? You don't have to name the names. I was just
Name
wondering.
them.
The truth
Name
is,
them all.
nobody was gonna know who they are, so
Oh,
it's not that spicy.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah, Alex Ross. No, I'm kidding. So the point, but the point is that you always like had a path. You were working on stuff, and you went right from being young and doing art to like having to get paid for art. You're the first person I ever
Yes.
knew that was in my periphery that got paid for art. Period. Done.
Really?
Yeah. Who
That's
else?
really shocking. I don't know. I don't know who your friends are.
But the point, there are very few. And then the point is, because of that, I go, well, fuck. Then if she can do it, then it's a thing. Like people can do it. And in just this little small circle of friends that I keep, there are other people like her that have made money doing it. And as a teacher for so long, I used to have to deal with parents all the time that says, please don't encourage my kid to do too much artwork.
What?
Yeah. Because there's no
no
income.
point?
I'm like, you're talking to an art teacher.
Wow.
What is my job right now? I'm like getting paid to do art. But yeah, the point is they didn't want their kids to study it too much. And the fun thing about the show is showing artists after artists after artists. Some of them are well known. Some of them aren't that well known. But everyone that we bring in here makes a living off of it.
It's a mindset thing, though.
Yeah.
What did you say in the beginning? You said if she can
Hi,
do it.
this is
no.
Peter.
If she
Go ahead.
if she can do it, that means that I can do it.
Yes, yeah.
So I think there's two different types of people: the people who think that, and then
Yeah.
the people who maybe are jealous or envious, or who say, "Oh, that person got it, but I can never get
Right.
it," and then stop.
Right.
So it's divided between those two, and you're that type of person.
Yeah, exactly. And the idea that we're sitting here and doing this is kind of weird and fun because I remember again
Yeah.
us like sketching in sketchbooks and like what are we gonna do and
I
going
can't
to
believe
conventions.
I went to college with you.
Yeah,
That
we
was-
did a few courses, and so the point is that it's just a normal thing that people need to understand is very normal. Everybody that you see at a convention who's an artist, who's making a living off of it, they're all regular ass people who just kind of don't quit early.
Don't quit early.
That's it, right? Don't quit early.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's really 90%
Okay,
of it.
so you own a tattoo shop,
Yes.
which is amazing.
Great Oak Tattoo. Yes.
Is there another female-owned tattoo shop in Miami that you know of?
Yes, there
No,
is.
isn't. No one's that I know.
Okay.
The answer is no. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Well, in Miami, there's one more,
Okay.
which is Maite owns it.
Okay.
Sunset Tattoo Parlor.
Oh,
She
cool.
just opened up a new one in Jupiter, Pink Lightning.
But it's rare, right? Like
It's rare,
Okay.
obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's way more male tattooers in the business than female in general, and
Yeah.
especially a business owner, that's super rare.
Yeah.
There's Erin O'Day also, but she's in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Doesn't
if that
even
really
count.
counts.
305.
That
is
doesn't
all-
count.
It's
Okay.
a 305 centric show.
There are a few, but in Miami.
It's
Specifically.
what my point is
Yeah,
it's rare.
in general,
And you
yeah.
were tattooing for a long time and then decided to open up your own place.
Yes, yeah. I've
What
been
is that like?
tattooing now 13 years, I think, which is, I mean, I guess it's not super, super long, but I feel like it's appropriate. It's an appropriate amount of time.
You were tattooing the same amount of time I was teaching.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
And I was always like, scared to have a career outside of teaching, which is another reason I always respected your choice and like the ballsiness to like just fucking do it. Did you ever get like concerned that you couldn't do it or why am I doing this? Is
Yeah.
this going to pay the bills?
Yeah, but then you fail, and then you
Yeah.
know for sure it doesn't work. But if you don't do it, then
Right.
how are you going to know?
Right.
But
And
at least you know if it messed up, you failed, okay, that's not for me, and you pivot, you do something else.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. And do you do tattoo conventions? Or
I
did
used to
in the before times?
I used to do more tattoo conventions. Now, obviously, I haven't done any in a long time. I don't even know if they're really, I think just now they're starting to do them
Yeah.
again, but in general, I don't like traveling that much, so I don't really go places.
Yeah. Well, you don't even have to anymore. You are constantly booked.
Yeah, so it's, thank God.
That's awesome.
I'm
You know, that's the
happy
whole
about
point.
that. Yeah.
And I always get nervous. Here's my number one question. It's a noob question. I'm going to ask it because
Please
it's my
ask
show.
me.
How do you know when to stop putting the needle in the skin, like to not go straight to the bone? How do you know?
When they say, please stop, that hurts too much.
No, but how do you find that threshold in between that's not enough and that's too much?
Are you really asking?
I'm really asking this question. I've
you
always
have
thought
to really fuck up a tattoo and then you go, holy shit.
Okay.
And then you know.
because I've always wondered, like I've always thought, look, I like the idea of tattooing. It's one of the coolest things you can do as an artist because someone has selected your artwork over their fresh skin.
You know, that's
crazy.
Okay, that's one of the main reasons why I started tattooing, because when I was doing the gallery work and the convention work, it was fulfilling to a certain degree, but I always felt like, you know how it is in the art world, a lot of people are kind of full of shit.
Yeah.
So they'll buy your stuff and they work you up and this is so wonderful, and then next month they don't care about you anymore.
Yeah.
They're like gone,
It's
right?
like ephemeral. It's like
Yes.
it's a fleeting thing.
The piece that they had on their walls, now
Yeah.
in the bathroom, now it's in the garage, and then next thing you know, it's a Goodwill, right?
I'm picturing all of my artwork going to people's Goodwills
It can
now.
happen. It can happen.
No, I hear you.
But the thing with tattoos is I always felt so much more fulfilled, because even if it was really small,
Yeah.
right? They came to you for this permanent mark that meant so much to them. And so it really made it like a more fulfilling way to do art, I felt like.
Yeah, I love that because, the other cool thing that I equate between tattooing and printmaking is that you know when it's done,
Yes, absolutely.
right? Like a lot of time when I was doing paintings and like
Oh,
illustrations,
that's the worst. Yes, I had
because
that
it's like
problem
when
as well.
when is it done? There's
You
not.
fixate too much.
Yeah.
You go back in and then you messed it up and now you got to rework.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. And so one of the things that I was forced to learn with this medium in printmaking is when it's done, there's no more thing else to carve. You're done. Either you went too far, you didn't. But it looks done, it feels done. It's a finite thing. And tattooing the same thing. Like you just know it's done.
There's formulas,
Yeah.
I think in general, like in art, like in composition,
Yeah.
right? Like when something is really balanced, there's nice contrast, there's nice colors, you kind of know more or less, okay, I can stop here and it's good. It's almost like restraint. I don't know. I kind of picture it like with food. Like I equate it to food,
Yeah.
right? You go to a lot of these restaurants now that
Yeah.
are out that kind of make almost like bastardized food. Like everything's
Oh.
really over the top. Everything is
It's
like
called
very
fusion.
Yes. Well, I don't know. Let me not say certain keywords here. You're going to get me in trouble with my chef.
Go ahead.
Why?
But, they think more is better. You got the chocolate sundae with the top triple, quadruple chocolate with the chocolate thing and the chocolate drizzle and so much. And you're like, I'm done. I don't even want to be here anymore. You look at the really, really good restaurants. What do they show? Restraint, right? Now you're really able to sit, enjoy, taste everything that's involved, right?
Yeah.
There's that with art too.
Yeah, like less is more. Like just
Less
enough
is
to be
more.
effective and then stop.
And then stop.
Yeah.
Walk away.
Yeah.
You don't need purple backlighting in a tattoo. Just leave it alone. Stop.
People have tried.
Stop it with the aqua underlighting. We don't
I
need
feel like
that.
some of us might have tattoos that have that.
I have tattoos that have.
I do too.
I didn't stop. I thought more was better.
But okay, so then on top of that, though, there was a time where you were also early on, and that's why I also have always been interested in what you're doing, is because there's a lot of tradition in tattooing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's, to me, and I have no friends to offend, it's obnoxious.
Why is it
Okay.
obnoxious? You don't
I'm
enjoy
gonna-
traditions?
No, I don't. It's
Is
well, I
Puka
do.
not a friend
I like
to offend?
Christmas. Okay, but there's a level when it gets over
I
the
like
top.
Christmas, he
Yeah,
says.
in terms of tradition.
The one tradition he's left in his life.
No, what I'm saying is that there's a point
Halloween.
where it gets
Okay.
to be like sacred just for the sake of sacred. And then a lot of the, and well, let me get to my point because you'll see where I'm going with
Okay,
this.
okay.
I rarely ever saw, especially when you started, tattoo artists merchandising, branding, and like recognizing that not everybody who celebrates and loves your work either A, can, or B, wants to get a tattoo. And I always thought that was like, okay, you don't have any obligation to do that, but it always felt like a missed opportunity until I started talking to some tattooers. And I noticed a trend that it was almost like, and not anymore, it's less now for sure. But in the beginning, it was like a thing where, it's not done. It's just not done. It's a little bit beneath
I
them.
disagree.
Yeah?
I disagree. I didn't think, that hasn't been my experience, I should
Okay.
say. I just think if you do good tattoos, you're busy, you're
Got
making
it.
a lot of money doing tattoos. you don't have time to make merch, nor is it even worth your while because you're making all your money doing tattoos and you're busy tattooing.
You had a ton of stuff in the beginning.
Because I wasn't busy.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that formula was really easy.
Yeah.
But do you understand?
Yeah, it makes
like
sense.
that
It
makes
makes sense.
sense.
It makes
Because
sense.
if you're so busy and you're making bank,
makes sense.
right? Why am I gonna go home at night? The few 5 minutes I have
Okay.
where I don't have to draw when I'm at home, and then go, you know what? I want to work more.
That's a good point.
Before I go to bed, I'm gonna design another T-shirt. I'm gonna design another print. I'm gonna, you know.
Well, okay,
It's not
fine.
necessary.
That does make sense.
And people buy it, but it's not like this. Look,
It's not a major like revenue
some-
stream that's worth
there
it.
are really amazing tattooers out there that I follow that do have merch per se.
Yeah.
They'll work on a gigantic painting and they'll work on it little by little, little by little over time, right? At the shop or whenever on their free time. And they're these huge, almost like masterpiece watercolors. They'll make prints of that. They'll sell a print $150, $200 for one of those high quality prints of that. That's what you got.
Right.
I made 50 or whatever. Get it when you get it. I posted it today.
Right.
It sells out immediately. And now you have to wait until whenever I can make a painting again.
Okay.
So it's not really about having merch for the person who's not going to get tattooed per se.
Okay.
Because then that would be somebody who's been making merch all the time, right? You'd have like shirts all the time, prints all the time, little koozies or little boberías all the time, right?
Okay.
But these people produce merch out of just enjoyment for
Okay,
doing
some people
it.
just enjoy doing
Serious collectors, because these are beautiful paintings.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is not
yeah.
like a 2-second thing.
Right.
There are some artists out there who are technically successful, but I think it lends itself to the style. Because if your style is more graphic, right? If you have that more graphic illustrator, cartoony kind of style, it literally might take you 2 seconds on an iPad, right? To come up with a sticker.
Got
and
it.
you can send it to the website and you print it out in 2 seconds. That's not going to bother you none.
That makes sense.
But if you don't have that style, it doesn't take you 5 minutes. If it takes you days to do a painting, you don't always have that time.
Makes sense.
Right?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's good.
Yeah.
I think of it that way. Okay, so then in addition to being like you always had your books filled since I can remember, right?
I was really lucky in that
Do
way.
we want to see some of her work?
Yes,
before
I was
we
gonna
move
say
on to the
because
next
Gabby's just
topic?
gonna start putting them up. I hope
This
so.
is going to be kind of a shit show because the browser scene's not set up. But
Well, we'll just keep talking
It's okay, just keep
while you do it.
talking.
But yeah, we're still there. We're still there in the void. So yeah, the point is Puka still there too, audio wise? Talk.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay, so then you got busy early, popular early. Why do you think it was lucky? Because I thought it was just like a niche that you found early.
I don't know. It's lucky because there's plenty of artists that start out whose work is good, that are nice people, and it takes them way longer. I feel like maybe it was just everything lined up like the perfect storm kind of thing. I don't know. I was really prioritized my customer's experience in the beginning, and I think that was huge. So even when you're starting off and your work is not the best, you can make sure that people feel really heard and seen and cared for, and that really takes you through.
I agree.
Like a lot.
Yeah, I think that was a huge thing when I was first starting to get some momentum. Putting
You do the same
like
in a similar, different way.
yeah, like any DM I would get, I would answer. Any
Well, exactly.
comment that was there, I would reply to.
Correct.
It.
That's
And
the
I
way.
wasn't just trying to like check boxes. Like I was, first of all, I was like, oh shit, anybody gives a shit, And
But
then
people want to feel like they're people connecting to you.
well, because I always wanted to feel like that.
Any human,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Any human.
Well, that's why I tell people all the time. It's like I think the important thing about being an artist and having a presence online, especially now, is that you have an opportunity to do something like that where before we didn't have that. In other words, I would kill to have been able to go, when I was a kid, be able to watch like Mike Mignola's live stream when he's working on a sketch.
Oh my God, that's true.
Right?
That's
or
so true.
or watch like Frank Miller sketching something, even if it's just
Right.
a little thing, whatever, but just like, the reason I stylize shit this way is because of this, and I look at that. So I would have been like, I was always like, and this is obviously pre-internet, but I was always scouring every magazine for any little piece of advice, right? And so now, yes, there's a million more artists and a million more like ways to interface with artists than ever before, but not all of them still do it. A lot of them
Not
don't do
everyone
it.
likes to do it.
Agreed. But I think when I talk to people who claim to not like it, it's usually because, not always, usually what I hear is that I'm not good at that, or I don't think anybody's going to give a shit about that.
It's like not their personality. I don't know.
I think if people receive feedback positively, it can change you over time. Like you don't have to be bombastic and dynamic. One of my favorite people to watch online is an artist named Daniel Warren Johnson. He's a comic book artist. He has a show called Fridays with D-Dubs. It is nothing of a show. It's like a camera over while he draws stuff, and it's just like
But then doesn't that make you feel like you're sitting next to him?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
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 It's cool. But it's like that's his production value is nothing. Okay, let's look at some of your stuff.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay. Let's look at this. So
Look, tomatoes. I love them so much.
this is always crazy, dude.
What's crazy?
Just I always think it's crazy that then you get to a point where so people say, how do you not fuck up when you're carving something and you can't erase it? But I recognize, even though that question to me is like, well, I know why, but I still have that same sentiment when I see this. When I see tattooing, I'm like, how do you just not?
It's all, honestly, it's all like muscle memory
Yeah,
and feeling. I've had clients many times, when sometimes the needle hits the skin and the pigment splatters.
Oh.
And clients will say, how do you even know where you're going?
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
I have
yeah.
no answer for that. I just know because it's muscle memory. You do it so many times. And especially in the beginning.
Can you play that again?
The tomato tattoo?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm sorry. I'll play it again. You're good.
And so many times, like when you're starting off, you think that you're going where the line is. And then when you wipe, you see, did you go where the line is? And yes. So now you know to trust your instinct. Okay, that's where the line is. Now I know to follow that every time. So even though maybe I can't see my needle at that moment, I know where that line was going. And so much of it is like feeling.
Yeah.
So over time, you really get to know like what it feels like when you're too superficial, when you're too deep. If the skin is odd, there's like a weird texture. If it's too dehydrated. All these little things you start to feel because you have to tattoo everybody differently depending on their skin.
I was just going to ask you that. Is skin different person to person? Oh, weird.
I just tattooed Juan over there.
Okay.
And I tattooed him in an area that was a little dry for him.
Okay.
And I'm glad that I did it because it's kind of like the tattoo gods. Like, they look down on you. And sometimes... there used to be this thing I used to always say, like when I was starting off tattooing, you have like the walk-in person who wants like a butterfly and you think, this is easy. I got this shit. Right. But the minute you say it's easy, I got this shit, the tattoo gods go, no, bitch. And you fucking do a line and then it's like, and you're like, what? But it's a butterfly. I thought this was simple. So it's the same thing. Like every once in a while when you're feeling like, I know what I'm doing, the tattoo gods will go, hold on 1 second. Let me throw a little thing over here.
Oh, my God.
So Juan came in and he had that's my Juan right there. Let me know. He wanted a tattoo right here in the ditch. Yeah. And he has really dry skin here. Okay. And it's the ditch. So it's like an area that's really...
It's like what, creased and stuff?
It's very heavily creased. So it's literally like caverns, you have like the dips. Yeah. But then his skin here is really dry. I'm sorry, Juan.
You can also pull up her Instagram, and so people can follow it, and then and people can see those pictures too. You can show the caverns.
Yeah, actually, I have it on my Instagram. I just did it recently.
We'll do it. We'll pull it up.
But it was actually a really wonderful experience because you start off and you think like, this is gonna be a bitch to pack in this black. But you take a minute and you go, no, let me really get into the skin. Let me really pay attention to what the skin is telling me. Yeah. And I was really able to get in there and make a super solid tattoo, no problem, which I saw it here today, healed, perfect, looks exactly like the picture.
That's crazy.
Just taking my time, feeling the needle, listening to the needle, looking at the skin, making sure I'm wiping and looking really good, looking at the saturation levels of the black. That's really important. I feel like, I don't know if people really even teach that nowadays, but
that's an interesting point, teaching this stuff. Because the number one thing that any student I had when I was teaching artists wanted to do as an artist is tattoo.
Really?
Yeah.
Super common.
It's just everybody, I'm going to be a tattooer. If they had any career choice, usually they had none. But if they had one, it was tattooing. And I think it's because tattooing is like something that they can envision actually happening. They know there are tattoo shops that exist. They might have a friend who tattoos or something, or a friend who owns whatever. But it's real.
It's very attractive.
And it seems realistic. It's right there. It's here in Miami. Like in Miami, there's not that much art industry in this, outside of like the Basel stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So point is, everybody wants to do it, and then the questions on what do I do, how to get started. Maybe there's stuff online that I've never seen, but it is something that seems very obtuse to people. Like, how would you actually?
I get messages all the time, like, how do I start tattooing?
Yeah.
But
is there an actual good answer for that?
Yes.
What is it?
You act as like a proper human. Don't start tattooing out of your bathroom at home.
So don't do that.
For Christ's sakes, what's wrong with people?
Okay.
Go to the local tattoo shops, the tattoo shops that you admire, the reputable tattoo shops, the artists you admire, the artists you get tattooed by, because hopefully at this point,
You've
right,
had a
you
couple,
have
right?
tattoos that you want to get tattooed, right?
Yeah.
And you ask them for an apprenticeship, and you sit there and you take the no if it comes, you take the yes if it comes, whatever it is they say. If they tell you no, you go to the next shop and you ask again and again. You think the first person told me yes and everything was dandy from that moment forward? No, ma'am. That's not how it works. Someone tells you no, you go to the next one. If you want it bad enough, right?
But how do you come prepared for an apprenticeship? Because you have to have anything.
I don't even know nowadays,
Right.
because back in the day, I'm old apparently. Back in the day, I had a portfolio, a physical portfolio, and my sketchbooks that I had drawings.
So actual just drawing.
Actual drawings. So like all my stuff from art school, right? That showed, I guess, like my capabilities of what I can do. But then also I did like tattoo flash in sketchbooks, and I went to tattoo shops and I showed them that.
Okay.
And then they can make their decision based off of that.
Okay.
Nowadays, I don't know if everyone just does it online. If everyone just has like Instagram accounts,
Like a portfolio.
and they say
of,
check my Instagram account.
But
I don't know.
But the idea is to have some kind of portfolio,
You have
whether
to
it's
show
virtual
what you
or
can do.
Right.
Because how do I know you
Right.
can even draw a straight line, right?
Right.
And also, of course, like nowadays, people with the internet, if you have a following online, you do your art online. That's obviously, I think, more attractive to a tattoo shop. You already come with a following. You already come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's something to that. You're presenting yourself as the package.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And nowadays, the package looks a little different than when I had my package together. But
And you have a apprentice at the shop now, right? Because you
Yes,
you have
I
a shop.
do.
It's called Great Oak Tattoo.
Yes,
It's
I
in
do.
here in Miami.
yes.
Okay.
My
And
apprentice.
but you get clients from all over, as Lizzie was telling me earlier. Like people
Yes.
fly in from everywhere.
It's fantastic.
It's cool.
I feel really blessed.
How cool is that when you think about it? Like if
It's
they want
really
your
cool.
artwork, because tattoos are not inexpensive, number one. And if someone wants to tack on travel and lodging,
It's
That's an
crazy to
awesome
me. Sometimes
honor.
people fly in to get the tattoo
Yeah.
and then leave right after.
oh shit, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
It's not like they're even there for a vacation.
Okay.
Like they came to do the tattoo and they left. I
Yeah.
mean, we've done stuff like that ourselves as tattoo collectors. And definitely the internet
Right.
has changed the tattoo world now. So that's
You're like aware of stuff that's everywhere.
that's
now.
more
Yeah.
normal now,
Yeah.
though. You know,
Yeah.
like people
It's cool.
know tattooers by names, and it's more normal for people to travel, get on an airplane or drive, depending on where you're at, getting a tattoo by that person, and then showing everybody, this is the tattoo that I got from so and so that everybody knows. You know, so it's definitely different now than it was before. But I'm super lucky in that way.
I mean, it's awesome because, you know, Gabby and I would always talk about that you were already like a tattoo artist that people seek out when you were before at Ocho Placas. And then the idea was always like, damn, if she doesn't start her own shop at some point, I don't think anybody should or can, because you had the skill, but you're also connected to so many people. You're relatable, you're social. And I feel like that's what you're describing, like that you can be a professional human being in this industry.
Yes.
And manage and balance and all
It's
that kind of
super
stuff.
important. I don't think every tattooer prioritizes that.
Yeah.
And I guess they don't have to. You know,
Yeah.
every tattooer can be the type of tattooer that they want
Yeah.
to be. That's one of the best parts about
Not
this
in this
career.
house.
Well, that's the best part of this career is you can really do it how you want. Because if someone doesn't like you, they just don't get tattooed by you. And if
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
likes you, they come
yeah.
and get it, right? Whatever. And as long as your work is good, I guess at the end of the day, that's what's most important. But I opened Great Oak thinking I want a place that's really different. I want a place that's really comfortable, really welcoming, really.
It's a different feel from any tattoo shop I've ever been in. And that's
Yes.
not that other ones were bad. I've been
No,
in
it's
really
not that
nice
other ones are
But
bad,
it's
no.
just, even that to me was kind of like, this is fucking ballsy too. Like, it's like
Yeah.
it feels like a spa in your shop.
But you know, my clients give me that power
Yeah.
because I have that support. And honestly, they love it. I love it. We're all like-minded people, right? So all the people that go there, work there, we're all kind of the same type of person. We
Yeah.
all love that same kind of aesthetic, that same feeling. We all prioritize the connection between client and artist in that world.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of it. I
That's
think
awesome.
I like going there every day and I feel really at peace.
How cool is that?
There.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing. So we've been showing, Gabby's been putting up Puka's Instagram. You guys should definitely follow her at Puka and at Great Oak Tattoo. You don't have to be in Miami to get tattooed by her, but you can definitely try and book. Do you even have appointments anymore? It's over, right? Till 2023?
We have appointments.
Oh, no shit.
Yes.
Just for this stream, exclusive appointments have open. No. Huh?
Not for this year.
Not for this year. I
I'm
wasn't.
booking for April.
Nice.
April next year.
And so you like doing primarily like botanical stuff, right? That's your favorite or your most popular?
Yes, that's
stuff?
where my heart's at.
Okay. So
I
you
like
would
to do
prefer-
other things.
Yeah, you've done a couple of things for me that aren't botanicals. You've done, I saw, obviously Juan's not botanical, so you do a lot of stuff, but you prefer to do those kind of things.
Yes, I mean, I feel like that's where the base of, I don't know,
The fan base comes from. Is
the
that
fan
yeah.
base and where my heart's at. I really love it.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to kind of branch out and do some different things, but really just to kind of explore. And I have other interests too besides plants, so I'm trying to explore like other. Don't laugh at
I
me.
let that one just sit because it sounded very innocent. Yeah.
I have other interests. But like this other stuff I love too. I'm still trying to figure out mentally, like as an artist, how to translate into a tattoo, right? Because that's
weird,
not easy all the time.
Well, not only that, because then you get to this point where like I was very conscientious when I started to get more and more audience awareness what I was making, because I felt like at some point what I was making is gonna be what I'm known for. So I better like start planning that early,
Right.
And so
You're not in control of that. That's an organic, natural thing that occurs, Peter.
to a certain degree it is, but I also allow it to happen. Like
Yes.
I say, and I step back and I go, what am I doing? What am I into? When do I feel most excited? It's this, that, and the
Yes,
other. And
yes.
so then I start to try to like galvanize that and make that what fuels me. But then there's sometimes, like you said, I just want to do something totally different.
You just feel it.
And
you
have
just
and-
want to explore it.
But I always try to figure out a way that it feels like an organic extension of what I'm doing, not a total like 180 out of nowhere. That for me, it's important.
Maybe it's different for tattooing, though.
Maybe, yeah.
'Cause it's like a tattoo, like an aesthetic that somebody
yeah,
wears. You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
I don't know. I really like
It is,
fantasy.
Right. Well, I feel like
I know,
that translates.
but it's weird. Like, how do I draw that? Right. But I really like fantasy. I like dragons and like dark fantasy. A lot of the stuff I've been looking into that I have in my iPad sketched up are like old, like trying to render old medieval illustrations of dragons in a way that is tattooable, like black and gray kind of fine line. I'm super interested in that. And I know that's like totally off topic from the plants thing, but there's something to that, and the textures and the darkness and the rendering of the face, the scales and like the long like talons and like I'm really interested in that too.
So if somebody was into that, you would accept the challenge? If someone requested that or not yet?
As long as they have good reference material.
Oh, okay. Well, but what if someone just said, "Hey,
Like
I
I
heard
can
you
just do one? Yeah.
I heard you
have
talking
reference
about
material.
that. I would like to do something like
Yes.
that."
I would love it. I would love it. I do some tattoos like out of the blue like that. It's just hard because a lot of times I have clients that say, "Well, I want to do what you want. What is it that you want to do?"
Exactly.
And that's a really good sentiment. Like I wish that I had a list of things that I knew that I wanted to do.
Yeah, they just
It's hard because I'm busy doing the appointments that I already have. So the few moments of spare time I
to
have
reflect on it.
exactly
and think
just sit
about,
and reflect and be creative and think, or to look through books and be like, look at this illustration.
The time to finding time to do that, the
That's
more
hard.
you do well is harder.
It's harder. So I have like these few niche odd things like that dragon thing I just explained to you simply because I literally was skimming through a book and it popped up and it got me going, you know?
That's why I use Instagram saved for.
I don't use that at all.
Oh my God.
I know.
Because that's when I go, I would never gonna remember this shit later saved. And then I go,
I have to do that.
save is the best fucking thing. And then I
use
go,
it at all.
my save is awesome. And then I go to save later. I'm like, look all these fucking good ideas I have. And I forgot about them. And they always find their way. Look, you have a question from John R. Price. Puka, have you ever been asked to do a tattoo at Tattoo Alley at a Comic-Con? And if so, would you?
Yes. I mean, yes, I have been asked, but I don't really like that. That's kind of yucky.
Why? Speak plainly. No one's listening. No one watches this.
Stupid ass. Okay, I don't know. Technically, I feel like I don't really have a super good reason because technically, what's the difference between a comic book convention and a tattoo convention?
I'll give you my reason why.
As far as like the actual atmosphere of your tools and your space of tattooing,
about
right?
60,000 other people.
Okay,
that are
yeah,
not
but
in your
that's
show?
how it is. It's tattoo conventions.
Tattoo convention. Got it.
Tattoo conventions and comic book conventions, right? It's pretty much the same. I don't know. I think the tattoo thing at Comic Cons is pretty new, right? That's not like a
6 years at least, I would say.
6 years, really already? I'm out of it. Anyway,
time is a flat circle, bro.
not feeling it.
Yeah.
But so whatever. The time that I got asked, which was some years back, it was like 4 years.
Okay.
What was the last Comic Con I did? 5 years.
MegaCon Orlando, you did, or
Some shit
SuperCon?
like that. Anyway, they asked me to do it, but they don't give the tattoo artist space. I don't know if anything has changed now. This is just my previous experience. They don't really give the tattoo artist space. You're kind of like a second thought in the corner. You have to pay for your own bio permits and all that stuff. That's on the tattoo artist. The Comic-Con does not supply all that, which a tattoo convention would supply all that. We wouldn't have to pay for that.
Okay.
So you have to be on top of all your biohazardous waste and pay for those permits and get those permits and get all of that. It's like, is it even worth it? And then also you look at the demographic, like who's there? People who want to buy like $10 prints and t-shirts, dog. They don't want to spend $500 on a tattoo.
You have to charge less at a tattoo.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess the only reason to do it would be to let this audience know. This is what I think.
Yes, but are they a tattoo audience?
Well, hold on.
Chances are they're a comic book convention audience that likes tattoos on the side. It's like an accessory.
Not necessarily. You could look. Okay, this is what I want to say. This is what I'm going to say. I would say that.
I want a Hellboy tattoo, $500. I'm out.
Well, no. What I was going to say is, that was dangerously close to sounding like me. So I'm going to say. But I was going to say no. But the truth is, what I'm saying is that I feel like it's super mainstream to get a tattoo.
Yes.
Number one. So I think the audience is the audience. But I do agree with you that there are certain marketplaces where people do want to spend money and some that they don't intend to spend X amount of dollars. Even Comic-Con to Comic-Con. Like,
correct. That's my point.
Yeah. So
the tattoo artists I spoke to at the Comic-Con that I was at, that they were tattooing, were giving me that the whole entire weekend it was like a haggle fest. They had to fight to even make like $100 because everyone wanted these anime tattoo or this and that they're a fan of. $20,
$30. Yeah. So it's hard to like,
because it's not right. Yeah. I don't feel like they're the same audience.
It's like if somebody goes into a tattoo shop, they're already prepared mentally for what things might cost.
If you're going into a tattoo convention, you know I'm there to get tattooed. These are the best artists. I'm here to drop money, spend my time. I'm there all day long.
Yeah.
A tattoo convention, you could be, this is the first weekend I've had off in 3 months. Here, let me get my kids that I only get sometimes on the weekends. And we went, I have $50 and I got 2 kids. What can I make happen? You know?
Right.
It's a different type of mentality and atmosphere.
Okay. So then that does make sense. That's why the merch would be good though. Because then you sell merch at a Comic-Con. I'm looking at you. And the merch, and then you don't have to do the tattoos.
Gabby, make me merch.
Can I tell you something though, in all seriousness? I noticed in myself that I wanted to buy merch like prints and shirts of certain tattoo artists that I loved, and there wasn't that much.
Just to support them.
No, I just like it. Like I like the artwork, I like the aesthetic.
Yeah.
And so I have tattoos, but I also wanted to have that like up in the wall. And then I noticed,
we have a lot.
No, we have some, yeah. But my point is, when I was first coming up with the aesthetic for my own style, I realized that I can borrow a lot of elements from tattooing because tattooing is underrepresented in this world.
I could see that. That's correct.
That was just my mentality that it is under, but not because it needs to be. It doesn't need to be, but that was what I realized. That, it's a void here. So another question here is, and these are good questions because these are the questions you don't feel comfortable asking a tattoo artist in a shop. So it's cool to do it here. Do you prefer, Puka, that the client brings an image or just comes with an idea and you work the image out with them? Jan Fitzy.
Bring an image. Absolutely 100% every single time. Not that I'm going to necessarily use that image, but it shows me exactly where their head's at, and that's super important.
And they should know your style.
They should know.
That's what I tell people too.
But they bring the image, and then I go, nope.
Right.
Like if it's totally not my style.
Right.
Then it's like, this didn't work out.
Or you can pass someone that you know.
Absolutely. Because again, the image lets me know exactly where their head's at.
I noticed that a lot of people don't even think that artist to artist is different style, different approach, different aesthetic until you like really like look into it.
I don't know why that's always so shocking to me. Just because I feel like artists
You're in it.
No, but artists are artists across the board. Like I wouldn't come to you say, hey, I love your work. Yeah. I want you to draw me a Renaissance painting or a pastel.
Right.
It's that.
Right. No, right.
What?
Right. But it is a gap. There is a gap of understanding there, but it is a thing. Like people do not know that.
That is a super thing. I think I will forever be shocked by that. But yes.
But it's good to people hear that. Like look at the artist that you're going to go visit online now, especially, and see what they do. And then if you like that, and then you have an idea, bring the picture to talk about it. Yeah.
There's so many different ways that you can go about it.
Yeah. Okay. It's like walking into a Target and haggling over prices. That's what they're saying about.
Yes. Correct.
All right. Okay. So, did we see all the stuff that we wanted to see? What's up? Oh my God. So, okay. As if that wasn't enough that you own your own shop and your tattoo artist, you also, like I said in the beginning, are an entrepreneur and you own a company called Morning Glory Naturals.
Yes. They're pretty much just like...
Pull up the Instagram.
Like how would I say? I don't even want to say skincare because then people think of some crazy facial, like laboratory skincare. But it's pretty much just natural, like herbal remedies, body care, skincare. Just think of it like if you had an herbal mom in your family, here to create a product for you. Any ailment you have, any inconvenience of the life, I'm here.
Okay.
Here with a product for you.
So yeah, so you have, and that's just unrelated. It's just on the side.
It's just
of
unrelated.
This. Yeah.
It's just another passion of mine.
Yeah.
And I think for any artist, really, you need to be aware that what you're doing as your job as an artist is not going to be the same job you're going to be doing for your whole life.
Yeah.
And tattooing can be gone tomorrow. I can break both these hands tomorrow and I'm out of a job, right?
Yep.
It's important to, I think, in life, a person, what?
She's saying you could be Doctor Strange.
She's like breaking my hands. Insure my hands.
Yeah.
You need to.
Does Puka know who Doctor Strange is? Because she doesn't watch TV. I don't know. Puka,
Hello.
I was gonna say, do you watch moving pictures in any capacity?
I watch.
Still images only.
Only black and white.
The talkies.
I have this one DVD of a horse running. That's my favorite one. Anyway, it's the only one I have. But I think it's really important for, not that every single passion or hobby needs to be monetized, really, but I think if you have passions, why not pursue them, right?
That's what's cool.
And tattooing especially is not a career somebody can do. Like, there's no retirement plan for tattooers, right?
Yeah.
And it's not a career you can do forever, your whole life until you're 90 years old.
Yeah.
At some point, your hands shits out, like your back shit out. Like, you can't do this anymore, right? So what are you going to do? So I think it's really important. Like, this was another super passion of mine. This is stuff that I made for myself, my family, my close friends, that I was shipping out to people and handing around. And whenever somebody would get pregnant, I'd make them a belly oil, things like that. They'd have a kid, I'd give them like a little salve. So I just figured this could just be another like avenue for me in the future,
You're the example of somebody who does something well and someone's like, oh my God, you should sell it. And then you actually did the thing. Right? Like that's.
Can I tell you the stupid thing that makes me mad that you just said that?
Why?
Because how this whole thing started is because a friend of mine had gotten tattooed, and she was like, "Oh, I don't have products or something to heal her tattoo."
People
I don't know
always
what
say
she
that to
was.
me. I don't have
like,
products.
my skin, and I was like, because I picture her like upset, with a healing tattoo, like it hurts. I don't know. And I was like, "Hey, I make this at home. My husband and I use my healing salve. Like before I even made this company, like I would make it at home, and I would use this to heal all of my tattoos, to heal pretty much everything. It's like a multi-use product." And I said, hey, I just made a batch, like, let me send you one. Yeah. And she's like, okay. I just sent it to her, unmarked tin, whatever, with a little letter. She starts using it. She posted on Instagram, and it, like, blows up. Everyone's like, where can I get that? What is that? What did you do? What's in it? Let me see. Da-da-da-da. People start telling me, can I please get one, too? Can you mail me one? I start mailing it to this guy and that one and this one. Okay, hold on. I need to make more.
These people.
And it just spiraled. It was like, my God, people need this freaking thing. And that's what happened.
Dude, that is what... Since the beginning of us doing the show is what we've been telling people is like, dude, especially now that everybody's locked up this past year.
Oh yeah,
if you have an idea, fucking do it now.
Can I tell you a story about that right now?
Absolutely.
The pandemic hit. Let me tell you something.
It did.
I started this.
You're right about that.
We're on
This
camera. Right before the pandemic is when I had started this, like a little while before. And, some of my friends had said, maybe relax, like, don't do too much, like, don't, bite off more than you can chew. I'm glad that I did, because eventually the pandemic hit and my husband really wasn't making money anymore because we both have, like, commission-based jobs. Mm-hmm. So Morning Glory is actually what saw me through the whole pandemic. I wasn't tattooing pretty much almost the entire year. I stopped tattooing in March and went back to tattooing in September. So I had like a huge chunk of time where it was pretty much Morning Glory sales online that paid my bills, really. So imagine if I wouldn't have done, let me not bite off more than I can chew. I would have never started it.
Dude,
come the pandemic,
awesome.
What would have happened?
I love that when we went to go visit you in your shop, you had the shop running, you had artist tattooing, you have, merch in the front, and in the back you had the whole Morning Glory's business being run, and it was so awesome because it was like a whole compound.
How beautiful is it to get tattooed and you smell the herbs and the oils and the clinking of the bottles? Lizzie's in the back preparing everything, straining everything. Do you need anything? People are getting tattooed. You can get a fresh salve that was just made in the back room.
And honestly, that salve is.
It really
It's
is.
the best thing I've ever used to heal a lot.
More
than just tattoos.
Flesh wounds.
flesh,
Legit,
rashes.
flesh. I just went to
Yeah.
a dermatologist and got a bunch
Eczema.
of like, they burn you with that nitrogen
Yeah.
or whatever. I healed all my stuff with that.
I healed John's entire back piece
No
with the
way.
salve.
That's awesome.
I healed the tattoo that you gave
It
me with that
heals
salve. Yeah.
Fast, easy, amazing. I
That's
mean,
true.
Show your tattoo that she did
can
for
you
you.
show it?
Oh, no, just show it.
Is she too
Don't
nude?
derobe. Just show it on
Oh,
Instagram.
Just a little corner.
We have social medias for this.
Oh, look at that bad girl.
Damn, bra strap.
Bad girl.
We gotta charge for that.
Demonetized.
Demonetized. All right.
Canceled.
This is awesome. Super excited. Now, I didn't just bring you on here to talk about you. I brought you here so that you could try making some stuff. We're gonna do some prints. Okay. But I thought it'd be fun for you to try and do it. I didn't tell you that in advance, so you probably didn't stretch, and your wrist might be exactly.
Don't break my money maker.
Right. So we're gonna do a print, and you guys, before we move on, make sure, please, follow POOKA. Go follow Morning Glory. Follow Great Oak. 3 assignments: POOKA, Morning Glory, Great Oak. It doesn't cost you anything.
If you just go to POOKA, everything else is in the bio.
Right. But
Exactly.
everything, we also linked everything in the description box below. So make sure you go and check out those links.
Awesome. I'm excited. All right. So a lot of folks here are excited because we have our first in studio guest, and also because we're going to be doing a live print of TAKORO. What do you think about this guy? We haven't spoken.
I was looking.
Do you approve of this?
Yes, I approve
Okay.
of him.
Because this is a popular guy around here, these parts.
I like his trousers. Why is he wearing
Dude,
bathing suit trousers?
Thank you. It's so funny. I don't even remember why I gave him
They
shorts.
sell them at Target.
Look at him in the
Can
poster
you
there.
tell?
No, but where's the little figurine?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
here.
You can see his shorts in 3D.
Shorts with a belt. Oh my god.
Isn't that funny?
They're
A guy.
like underwear.
I don't even know where it came from. I gave him. I was like, I didn't want to deal with genitalia
What
potentially.
your underwear looks like? It looks like little boxer briefs.
Yeah,
you wear.
they're like hard plastic, like a shell. So you guys can see.
That's so good.
But yeah. But before we get into it, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Godzilla print, the Godzilla figure, I should say. No, not yet, about Artcam. But I wanted to show on Instagram, and your camera, turn it on. Bosco Edits on Instagram, because Bosco Edits, a friend I've met on Instagram recently, made a really funny. Do we get audio feed from Instagram if we turn it up? Let's see what happens. You guys gotta see this. Is really funny. I want to show it. And then let's turn this. You guys have had enough.
People were asking questions.
So that it's
You
not their
just
stream.
delete it.
It is not their stream to ask.
You kicked them out.
Do we have? Is it there? Okay. No audio. Oh, okay. Oh well. So look, you guys gotta go watch this. I posted it on my Instagram. It's so funny. Bosco Ed is a super nice guy. He's made a couple. This is the second video he makes with my artwork, and it's really funny. All his videos are pretty great and funny. So go check him out. It's like a commercial for the figure, but spliced into old Godzilla movie footage and overdubbed. He does the voice acting over it. It's so funny, man. And I'm just so stoked on this. Over the weekend, this came through, and then somebody made a meme of the figure, which that was so bizarre. Go follow Bosco Edits, you guys, and check out that video and tell him something, because it's really nice of him to do that. I didn't pay him anything, nor will I. There we go. Okay. So yeah, someone made a meme. I don't fully understand the meme. I mean, I generally get it, but the idea is that a meme exists of the figure. The figure blew up, dude. The figure was a crazy thing.
Attack Peter Godzilla. You don't get it?
Yeah.
Peter.
Is Attack Peter Godzilla a product or a command? Right, I get it. Attack
Peter Godzilla.
Attack.
Like it's saying attack Peter Godzilla.
Oh, so they're talking to Godzilla. Oh,
They're telling him
and
to
that's
attack
why
Peter.
Oh, okay, got it.
Thank you. You're welcome.
You have no idea how many times we're sitting on the couch, Gabby and I, and I'm like,
He
Get-
keeps saying that, and I just keep rolling my eyes at him. And I'm like, you're lying. There's no way you don't get this.
no, dude. I'll say, I'm like, why is this funny, dude? I showed it to her, and she's like, are you serious, dude?
It's okay.
But I literally
here
read
all
comments in the memes to get explanations.
Unnecessary for this meme, I believe. I don't think it's that
This
deep.
one was just missing a comma somewhere.
There should have been
potentially.
a comma.
Yeah.
There should have been a comma.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, like I look in the comments, and then there's like people hostily explaining memes to other people, and like, you idiot, it means this. What
That's me.
Yeah.
Max
So
says smooth brain.
yeah, exactly.
Smooth brain.
But yeah, so a lot of people have been asking about this. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this today. We're going to talk about it more later. Or you can watch Kaiju Live that I was on last night and talked a little bit about the figure. Pre-orders this fall. Mondo, super exciting. Don't panic. Guys, don't go on message boards. I don't know if this happens in your industry, in your field.
I think they should panic.
Because there's not, with you, the shortage would be people can't get an appointment, right? Like that's
Correct.
okay. Do you ever see people like freaking out in comments or anywhere like, I can never get an appointment. I always.
Yes.
No shit.
I don't want to even tell the stories.
Okay. You don't.
Yes. You know, oh my God, I don't even want to talk shit, but you know what? Fuck these people. Because
No.
no.
No, I don't want to flame anybody.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
It's not that. It's not that bad. It
Okay.
just makes me upset because it's so foolish. It's
Okay.
like, come on, I'm one person, man. But I've had people in the comments just write like, I couldn't get an appointment with you. Unfollow. I'm like, what?
Oh.
Like pissed. Or like sending me emails like, this is the second time I tried. Never gonna try again. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
Okay.
What's
Okay.
happening?
So that's-
so heated.
Yeah. So the whole weekend.
They write me emails,
Yeah,
Peter
yeah.
Santa Maria. Are
That's
you listening
weird.
to me?
Yeah. I believe it. I'm gonna tell you. It's like so.
I'm one person.
Not this figure, but another figure that got released by Mondo this weekend. Or last week during the Comic-Con week, sold out super fast. And dude, people lost their minds
They got
on
pissed.
Facebook. Yeah, and look, a lot of them are people that I know and care about. They're nice people, but people went crazy,
People
and I'm
he
like,
knows and cares about.
and it's, oh, what happened now? Smooth brain. Pantless Peter panic party. Oh, stupid dude. I was doing a stream recently. This is stupid. And I was wearing khaki shorts. I'm specifically
I
wearing
was
green
there.
ones.
I was on that
Oh, so you
stream.
saw it.
I saw it. They did look like little underwear, and it didn't help that they were flesh tone.
But what? But who is that khaki?
It was.
Because it's a print party, so now people are saying pantless print party. Yeah.
I'm wearing.
But
I'm
I
wearing
had a
shorts.
panic in the moment because like when it was in my ear, nobody could hear it, and the producer goes, "Peter, you wearing pants?"
Did you have to go like?
Dude,
I have to check?
I had that waking nightmare moment, like when you're in the dream and you realize you're naked. And I'm like, is this that? Am I in that?
I'm not.
And I got and I had to stand up here to people see that I was like wearing, like, because now you put that, because I actually so, am I wearing pants?
You have to show it. You
And
have to
nobody
prove
heard the guy say, "Are you wearing pants?" I could have just ignored it, but anyway, yes,
It's
that's
alright.
very funny.
That's why.
Okay, we're gonna do art cam. Let's do art cam. So what we do is we have this phone, and this phone turns into art cam. Okay, hold on one second. Let's do it. And then we're gonna print the print, and we're gonna drop. There we go. See it? You see it in the
Beautiful.
monitor?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna do this. All right. But yeah, so my point in bringing that up, by the way, is that I don't want people to freak out. The word on the street, I'm not confirming or denying anything, is that there will be high availability of Godzilla. Doesn't mean you should sleep on it, but there's gonna be plenty.
It
So
means don't send an angry email.
yeah, you guys don't have to panic, bro, because those tweets and Facebook posts live forever. All right, let us do a print. Yeah, can we have some printmaking music? We like to put a little music
BTS.
on. We don't have the rights to BTS. Don't even sing it, because then we'll get copyright strike.
I will not.
Okay. Although you don't have that good of a pitch, right? They wouldn't even be able to track.
Excellent.
Okay. This is the printmaking music. Okay. So watch what I'm gonna do, because then I'm gonna do one,
I
then
have
you're
to
gonna
do that
one.
part too.
Yes, I'm gonna do one, then you're gonna do one, and then we're gonna drop the link.
We're gonna look at how good mine is. If you want me to sign it, guys, you can get a tattoo appointment. You can get this print.
No.
I'll sign it for you.
Okay. Print with your pants off. That's the new hashtag. Okay, we're not gonna use this Mjolnir size bear. It's a little overkill. We're gonna use this guy. Okay.
Okay.
So you can see.
Yes.
So we're gonna take this. Look, it's super easy, dude. Didn't you do this in elementary school ever?
I did it in high school, but I cut
No
my
shit.
fingers so many times I hated it.
Okay, so we're not doing the cutting part. We're just doing the friendly stamping part. So look, you
Yes.
just want to get that much
Even.
ink. So it looks, yeah, that's it. And there's not that much surface to cover here. You know, we're just gonna go ahead and, all right. This is the print for a lot of people who are DMing me saying, hey, when are you gonna do small prints? Some people bought 3 prints at the Skybound Expo. They're 20 by 30, and they're like, okay, but I want to put up something small. So we did a little TAKORO. Everybody's been asking. Here he is. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a little bit more, just because you don't want any weird blank spots. Okay. Now, all right. There's paper. All right. This is the paper. I cut a bunch, so if you mess up, don't worry. We'll do another one. Okay. But this is just to prove that this is not something difficult to do. You haven't done this since kindergarten, you said, right? Or high school. Same thing. Same thing. So just kind of center it more or less, right? And then I'm going to take this guy. One side is rough, you see? And one side is a little smoother.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we take this guy.
You sacrifice one paper.
Yeah, just for like to line it up more.
Do I have to get pigment on my fingers as well?
You might get it. You don't have to. You should try not to do that. But if you get it, it's all good. Then we're gonna use this guy. He's the clean guy. Mm-hmm. And we're just gonna use him to kind of go over it.
Do you have to push down?
Yeah, put a little pressure.
Can you feel when it's done?
You get an idea because it starts to show through.
Ah, okay.
You see, like how that one's not showing through as
yeah.
much. Yeah. Kind of do that little spin move. It's really impressive. Trust me, that's impressive. And then, so now, look, here's the thing. Before you pull it off, because if you pull it off and it's not done, you can't put it back on and line it up. So you just want to check, like hold one part down and check. Hey, looking good here. All right.
Oh, so you can check both sides?
Yeah.
Even just laying it back down and you're not going to get like
yeah, because as long as one side is still, the other side can move, and there's no way you can line up for it. But that's a good print. So at this point, check this. Look at these special effects of this camera.
Wow. I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed.
And let's see. Let me go. This is what people like. Whoa.
Satisfying.
Boom. Okay.
Incredible.
So if you guys get a print today, you're gonna get this awesome little 5x7 TAKORO print. I'm gonna sign them, and number them only out of 100. Okay, only doing 100. And what? What?
Chat.
What?
Christopher Alcott says you can print if you want to, but you leave your pants behind.
Oh, good lord.
The approximate wants to know if the Godzilla figure already came out.
Did not come out. Just got announced.
Oh, Ryan wants to know if the small prints can be a series.
They can be a series, yeah. So if you guys dig this one and we sell through, then we will do some more. I do have that little alien head we haven't sold yet. We can do that one. I was thinking about doing an akukame like this. Our two-headed turtle friend would be fun. We can do all the monsters we did this year, but like small size. So if you dig it.
Wants to know, will there be a T-stamp?
Will there be a T-stamp? Yeah, let's do a little T-stamp. We'll put it. I'll put it in. I'll find it. I'll put it now. T-stamp, so you know, we're working towards putting together a story for TAKORO. And we were making artwork sometimes with the chat. Some, they've been helping design stuff. And the idea is to like eventually, sooner than later.
The chat too?
Yeah,
That's
like
super dope.
yeah, we have streams
So
where
like
like
other people are jumping in.
well, no, like we have streams where I'm like, I want to design this monster. Or what do you guys think? Should it be like this? Should I do this? And they give like ideas.
input.
Yeah, and then we just do it live. Like one of them named one of the monsters. Our buddy Colt.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so
I
like,
that.
but the point is like that we're working towards like building a world and releasing like a book that kind of like tells his story and shows his world. And for the artwork that I intend to use in the book, I put a little orange T, which indicates it's gonna be in the book.
That's awesome.
You like that?
That's really
Okay,
cool.
all right.
How do I do that in tattoo?
Just tattoo a fucking T. All right, here we go. Super easy. All right. Now you're gonna do it. Okay, I'm just gonna mostly get out of the way. I'm gonna put this one aside. Okay.
All right, I can't wait. All right.
Okay, this is not a big deal. All right, so
Can
you're
I
just
pretend
gonna.
I'm you?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, bro.
just got home from work,
I work home.
Gonna just got home from the kitchen working, bro.
All right.
Wanna get some
Get some of
pigment?
that.
Smash it, schmang it, schmaga, like that.
Yeah, that's enough.
Where'd I put this?
Anywhere. This guy. So
Oh,
these things.
Jesus Christ, Peter!
What happened?
Everything is full of pigment.
Yes. Look, this is the.
damn
okay,
it. Oh,
Yeah, as long as it's not like cakey and rippled, you're good. So you just want to like, you can kind of do this, look, and then just rotate it, so it's kind of like even, right?
oh, okay.
That's good right there.
Okay, well, no,
So
that's it. No
take
more,
him-
thank you.
Take him off the paper.
I can't just reuse the sacrificial paper?
You can, but you don't want to ink it on the paper because then you'll ink that paper up more than you need to.
What? Oh, because, oh,
Yeah, you're just
oh.
gonna ink it first.
Okay.
Very good. Art cam. There you go. Good. It's okay. It's okay. There's the art table. Look at that. Boom. You're good, dude. All right. So just ink it up. That's it. Done. You're good. All right. So now bring the sacrificial paper back. I'm gonna put him kind of center. I'll take this from you. We'll wipe your hands off after. Don't worry. All right. So now, if this is kind of centered, all you're gonna try to do is try to line up to the best of your abilities. It does not have to be exact. Make sure the rough part. Is there 2 sheets there? I think you have 2 sheets.
Oh,
That's all good.
thinner than I thought.
Yeah. So now, where's the rough part? There you go. So that's the top.
This
That's
is
the
the
back.
rough.
Yeah. So don't you want to print on that side?
Yes.
Cool. So just kind of line up best you can. Good. Now, exactly. Now with one hand, just kind of hold it in place, and the other hand smooth. You'll be fine. This is the back. Doesn't matter. All my prints have ink stains in the back. Ask anybody in the chat.
I noticed.
It's a nightmare. It's a waking
All of
nightmare.
my prints I have here.
It's like a squid massacre. All right. So now this guy. Okay. This guy, when you're inking on, when you're putting pressure, it can sometimes it goes like, so just try to like do it carefully. Speedball. Yeah.
Fast.
Oh, jokes.
Do I have to explain that one to you too?
No, that one I got. That joke.
Making sure.
All right, good. Cool. So you can rotate it so you feel like you're getting, like you have more control if you feel like that. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Good. This is very good.
I feel like the corner didn't get.
We'll check it out. There you go. I think you're gonna be good. All right. Now, okay. You're gonna start a fire. All right. Now just keep one hand on it and then pull the other side to check it. If it looks pretty good, yeah, that's good. So now exactly. Now check that side. Boom. Okay. Now reveal time. So let's bring this guy this way. Don't worry.
It don't matter.
So now we're gonna bring camera mode this way for full effect. Okay. That's good effect right there. And now you're gonna do the thing where you go, oh. The kids are gonna be excited about this, that button. Ah, the crowd goes wild.
I'm sorry, but that's perfect.
That's perfect.
Thank you so
Sorry,
much.
not sorry.
Thank you
Boom.
so much.
Special edition. You wanna sign this one with me, and then one of them will have your signature on it?
Yes,
Okay,
I would
we'll do
love
that.
that.
So one person will get that variant print. Okay, awesome. Okay, do we have the link? We never thought to ask. You do? All right. If you guys are ready, you want to wipe your hands?
Yes. I'm gonna touch my face. I know.
I literally
Don't
use
spray
this.
cleaner on me.
I use
No,
that.
no,
It's
unacceptable.
It's organic. It's organic. It exists in life. All right. So, okay. So we're going to put the link in the chat in a second, right? You have it. Okay. How do you feel? Wasn't that bad, right?
That's wonderful.
Can you believe that shit? All right. Let's see here. Boom. All right, you guys. So we're going to put the link in the chat. If you get it, remember, let us know. Throw it in the +1. And before we put it, should we record? Oh,
Thank you, Tristan.
what happened?
Thank you. Good job.
Yeah, she did a great job.
You.
That 1 of 1, people are already in search of 1 of 1. Yeah, here we go. Here it goes. Get ready. Boom. There it is. You guys can go and grab one now. Very exciting day. Let's see that. Scroll down. Let's look at that. Yep. Attack Peter Tiny TAKORO block print. They got it right. $35. Can't complain. Handmade artwork.
Beautiful.
It's actually a little bit bigger than that picture shows, so you guys can see. The paper is a little bit larger than that picture shows. So you'll have some space if you want to mat it, if you want to float it. Was that for reference?
Yeah, for reference, so you know how big.
So if you know exactly how
I always use
big
hand
Puka's
size
hand
as
is,
a
then there you go.
Size of my face. Good. There you go. That's all you need to know.
Boom, we did it. So yeah, super exciting. Thank you guys so much for grabbing those. It's gonna be a fun one. Look at you, you did the show.
Yay.
That wasn't that big of a deal,
Can I
right?
do it again?
Do another show?
Yes.
You want to start from scratch? Roll the intro. Roll the intro. Roll the intro. We're starting over again.
I should tattoo you. That should be the next one.
Oh, I thought about running the camp.
I'm not gonna tattoo you here, but
No. But I thought about doing that. It'd be fun. Yeah, for sure. I was feeling it a little spicy in the wrist there when you were doing it the other
wrist
day.
is very
I would have
sensitive.
broken, my focus for sure.
No, the wrist is very sensitive.
Yeah.
But if you get somewhere else, like on
What
the
is the
forearm.
like where? Like right on the fingernail?
What?
No.
What are you saying?
On the elbow is not spicy, right?
It's
People-
very spicy.
Oh, no
If
way.
You have not
We'll
that
do
bad
one
on the
crouton.
outside.
A single crouton. Hey, thank you guys. Gio got one, Todd got one, Tiff, thank you. Now it's time for Peter to tattoo someone. Look who wrote that. My brother.
Actually,
Yeah. I don't know if that translates.
Listen, if you ever did a show where you came to the tattoo shop, I would open for you. It would just be just us.
Yeah.
I could tattoo you
Okay.
something small.
Okay.
And then you could tattoo someone. Maybe not me.
Why not?
somebody.
It would have to be you
Looking
for
at-
safety's
You
sake.
have a wife.
But she knows better.
And you can do a little tattoo.
She's like, I have nothing else to prove.
Yeah,
Nothing
no.
else to gain.
That's enough.
You could
I
tattoo
married you.
yourself.
I don't need
You could
anything.
Yeah,
tattoo.
I am Gabby's tattoo. Like, she can't get rid of me.
We have matching tattoos already. That's enough, right?
Yeah.
How about this? It would be really fun if we got several of your, let's say, 5 of your most favorite characters. And I
Okay.
did a tiny drawing for each one.
Okay.
I crumbled them up and I put them in a little bin.
Okay.
You picked one. You
Okay.
don't know which one, and I tattoo it on you and reveal at the end.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't know what it is.
You wouldn't
Oh,
know
that's cool.
until
you
it's
have to
done.
get like a birthing skirt, so I can't see what's happening down below.
But I would pick 5 of your favorite characters.
Yeah. So it
there's
can't go
things you
wrong.
like.
Can't go wrong.
Yes.
Got it.
But
I
you don't
love
know
it.
which one you'll get.
Amazing.
I think that's a cool idea.
That's a good idea.
And only everyone in the chat can watch what's happening, but you
We
can't
could
see.
do a live stream from the phone. It doesn't have to be the full setup. That'd be awesome.
And it'll be quick anyways if it's
Amazing. Yeah, by the way, you guys, these are going to be, they're not timed. It's a limited edition of 100. So once they're gone. And they will be signed. They will be numbered, each one. And Puka, the one she printed, will have her signature too, which will be the one that people try to flip. Because that's what you guys do. You guys are wild.
It'll be random too. It'll be a
It'll be
surprise and
randomly
delight.
inserted. Yeah, so it's going to be fun. But yeah, thank you so much, dude. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you so much for
It's
having
very
me.
exciting.
It was really fun. It was
Another round of
awesome.
applause.
Thank you.
Okay. And you heard that? Show Puka all of our sound effects. This is fun.
I've heard them.
You heard that?
When
yeah.
I've watched the streams.
Oh, yeah. Now you get to hear it in
Look at
person.
her face. Her face is that sound. It's so good.
What else do we have in the board? The kids. Let the kids talk.
You gotta have some good sounds for when he gets tattooed.
That's my favorite one.
Everyone's like, cartoons. No.
Hey, yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. That was a lot of fun. Really unique stream. We've never had someone in studio. We proved it can be done.
If you guys liked it, please leave a comment and let Peter know that you enjoyed this evening.
Yes, I need the validation. Please do that. Please, God. I have an empty hole in my heart that needs fulfillment.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that was fun. B, did we forget anything? You guys can still, by
I
the
think
way,
we got everything. Make sure you pre-order the Daruma.
these guys are coming soon.
Oh,
You guys
yes,
are coming
they are.
soon.
In the
These
fall,
guys
right?
are coming this year. Yeah, this fall.
the fall.
Yeah. In a matter of months, this will be in your home. And I expect many, many exciting photos of you taking them all around town, like those fun, wacky photos people like in the grocery
Wacky
store,
photos.
on the ski slopes.
People do that?
I don't know. I'm saying
Sure.
no
Tag
refunds if you
Peter.
break it.
Why
though.
not?
Tag Peter. for the one.
Godzilla Mondo statue is going on pre-order.
No official date this
No
fall.
official date, but
this
sometime
fall.
in the
This
fall.
fall. Yeah. Sooner than you think, though, but this fall, and it's gonna be a bloodbath.
So make
I
sure
imagine.
to look out for that.
Yeah.
The link is still live, and there's still tiny
Tiny takoros are still available.
Tiny
Yeah.
tacos still available.
We're just giving you guys a heads up, and then we're gonna put them live on the Instagram and all that tomorrow.
Yes.
All right, you guys, that was fun. There's still some prints in the shop if you want to grab one of the Nongshim Tigers, if you want to grab Virit Koros, still available. And yeah, we did it. We did it.
Thank you.
Show achievement unlocked. B, virtual high five. I love you. All right, let's go play video games.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.